We have weekend breaking news regarding good old draft dodging, diminishing Donnie Trump. That tough guy who just couldn't manage it because he had bone spurs. In all seriousness, in this breaking story, which I'll show you in just a few seconds, you couldn't pay Donald Trump to spell the word quintessence. He couldn't ever exude elegance. He couldn't be courteous, and he never can seem to act with any humility when he needs to, especially when it comes to military service. I mean, lest we forget, this is the same guy who privately spoke to General Kelly, which Kelly confirmed that he called people who died in war suckers and losers. Yeah, that guy, denigrating Don. That's who we're talking about. But let me just help you out here before we show you the breaking story and take a listen again to Michael Cohen back in the day.
Mr. Trump tasked me to handle the negative press surrounding his medical deferment from the Vietnam draft. Mr. Trump claimed it was because of a bone spur, but when I asked for medical records, he gave me none and said that there was no surgery. He told me not to answer the specific questions by reporters, but rather offer simply the fact that he received a medical deferment.
At a conference of religious conservatives today, Donald Trump sparred with CBS pollster Frank Luntz over Senator John McCain.
He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
Well, of course he did, because privilege in lying is what kept him out of service in the Vietnam War. And quite frankly, I kind of personally feel like John McCain's response, rest his soul, kind of said it all. Don't you?
Undergone the prison experience in serving their country. I'm in the arena, as TR used to say, but in the case of many of our veterans, when Mr. Trump said that he prefers to be with people who are not captured, well, the great honor of my life was to serve in the company of heroes. I'm not a hero, but those who were my senior ranking officers, people like Colonel Bud Day, Congressional Medal of Honor winner, those that inspired us to do things that we otherwise wouldn't have been capable of doing. Those are the people that I think he owes an apology to.
So in our breaking story coming up in just a few seconds, no matter what we may think of any one Trump supporter, this breaking story just goes to show that no matter how dedicated, no matter how genuine, sincere, or magnanimous a Trump supporter may be, good old denigrating Donald can find a way to absolutely disgustingly destroy it. This is why you have to see this story. Here it is.
To the crowd, he had actually written a letter to you after you'd been shot in Pennsylvania. Dear President Trump, watching you during the Butler rally and you getting back up, both my wife and I gave a sigh of relief as well as a few tears. I would be honored if you would accept this small token that I received as a young Marine in Vietnam. My wife and I both thought it appropriate. God bless you, your family, and the United States of America. Sincerely, Dwight.
You know, something very nice just happened to me. A man came up to me and he handed me his Purple Heart. Now I said to him, is that like the real one or is that a copy? And he said, that's my real Purple Heart. I have such confidence in you. And I said, man, that's like big stuff. I always wanted to get the Purple Heart. This was much easier.
Dwight, where you at?
Looks like a check. It's a check, it's cash.
For those of you who may not know, Dwight had given President Trump his Purple Heart.
I couldn't think anybody more deserving of a Purple Heart.
Thank you very much.
You took it, you laid down there, you got back up, and the first words out of your mouth was fight, fight, fight.
I do find it strange on the fight, 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 how quickly a piece of his ear has magically healed back. Anyway, I digress. Did you hear what the guy said? I mean, is this the real thing? This was much easier. This is like a check. It's like cash. Donald J. Trump is so disingenuous, he cannot fathom a real moment. He's just a piece of dung. And as I like to say, if not in my house, not in the White House. Just listen to Obama. Don't boo. Vote.